All right, before we get started with what I want to show y'all on this video, I want to show y'all this. Look, we got some babies. I'm gonna show you how big it is. That's my finger. So it's less, it's like half an inch. Oop, hop. Y'all can see it's one there, one there, one there, one there. So we got 5 this morning that I see. May have been more, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that on here and show y'all. And I wanted to mention this, especially Aisha. She said she didn't have no tadpoles, but she had frogs in her yard. I forgot to mention this. They eat leaves and stuff, the tadpoles. So try throwing some leaves in there, either some green leaves or some yellowing leaves or something like that. It really doesn't matter what you put in there. I usually put a couple of comfort leaves or some brassica leaves, just a couple of them. It don't take many, and that'll give them something to eat, because perhaps they were laying eggs in your water but they didn't have anything to eat. And if it's like that, you won't notice it, because I thought about that the other day. I didn't start seeing tadpoles until these bins got, you know, leaves and stuff fell in them, because that's how, you know, at first I didn't know what they ate, and I was like, what do they eat? And then I looked it up online. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of a big one in there, but I got a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them in that one. You probably can see the water jumping. That's them swimming. But anyway, that ain't what this video is about. We're gonna get on to what this video is about. right, y'all. I didn't want to pick them too bald. So I picked a little in there. You can kind of see. But we finna get some rain this weekend. Today, Friday. And so, but they're still looking much better than when the drought was on. Cause when that drought was on, that was pitiful. How they was looking. So look at me. I can't even stop picking. And then I wanna, homie, you when you step down, I heard 3 or 4 limbs snap. Just breaking up. That little sucker break up everything. So let me show y'all what I got. So I got this 5-gallon bucket slam full. I can't push it down no more. And I got about half a bucket of stuff to go in my fertilizer bins. I'm gonna let it rain this weekend. I'm gonna come through, spray with BT and spinosad to make sure these bugs and things don't eat up all the new growth and stuff. Because that's mainly what's on there now. It's mainly new growth. So I want to come through and make sure that I do that. Last thing I want to mention, before I had said something about, I don't know if I could recommend growing Kalex. That made a lie to me. That tall thing there, that's a Kalex. It's like a cross between Brussels sprouts and kale. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you can get seeds for that, get them. They high as the sky now, because I done paid $5 for $5 for like 6 seeds, I think. But the way that sucker branch off and how many, the sheer volume of leaves, and then the longevity of that plant, it's not gonna go to seed, because that's the type of hybrid it is. It ain't gonna go to seed. I think Brussels sprouts are the same way. I don't think they go to seed. But that and Brussels sprouts, because my other harvest that I got a long time ago, that was one of my best harvests, was all from Brussels sprouts. And if you see, I only got that little bit at the top. It's a bunch down there at the bottom because that's where it branched off at. I'm gonna go around here and see. Can I show y'all? Because it's hard to tell what this plant is doing when it's just full of leaves and stuff. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me manipulate my tripod. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna use my tripod like a selfie stick. Okay, so y'all see where this is branched off. So just like Brussels sprouts, you see up there, that's where you're supposed to break off the Kalex. But they open up. They don't stay tight like a little round ball like Brussels sprouts. But you see how this branches on? Look at all the branches it has made. And I was able to get leaves off of all these branches up in here, and it's still plenty of leaves left. Now the leaves ain't gonna get big as the collard, but they get big enough. Up here I still can get the Kalex. On your Brussels sprouts, y'all make sure you're taking your leaves off. That's sometimes why you're not getting Brussels sprouts. You only really should have about 5 rows of leaves at that top part. But no, by the way this branches out, I would definitely recommend growing this if you can get your hands on the seeds. Like I said, the seeds are expensive. It does not go to seed, so I can't give you no seeds. So don't ask me for none. You know, if I had it, I'd give it to you, but that's just not how this works. But yeah, I take back what I said about these Kalex. And see how they do? See how they're little, and they open up like little heads of kale. It's so cute. And that's what you take off in your harvest, and you cook them and eat them. You can eat them raw if you want to. But what I have found is, which I have used those Kalex, but what I have found is the sheer amount of leaves that you get off of it. I would recommend growing it, because before I said I wouldn't recommend it because it's not really sustainable, because it don't go to seed. But for fertilizer alone, if you had one of those plants, but see, I'm gonna show you my other one. That's my best one. I've got this other one. This is not growing in the most optimal soil conditions. But even though these leaves are little, just look at the sheer volume and see how that branched. But you can just see the sheer volume. And this is something like what your Kalex is supposed to look like. I'm gonna break this off. That's something with like what you're supposed to harvest right there, but a little bigger. And when you break those off, they do branch out again. And I have, when you break that off like that, those will saute up so good. You don't have to cook them a long time like collards. They're a little more tender when they're small. Now when they get big, that's a different story. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna sit out here and pick these greens, and I'm gonna take half and I'm gonna give the other half to my neighbor, because I promised him some collards. I believe I'm gonna give him some peas too. Y'all forgive me as I keep pulling. I'm just pulling off stuff that's ate up, tore up, just trying to clean it up a little. But y'all, my garden is finally starting to look the way I like for it to look, kind of. I don't like all this damage in here. That's another thing I wanted to mention to y'all. If you're about to get a good rainstorm, if you got a bunch of damage on your stuff, go and break all that damage out right before that rainstorm. Because when you break all that off, your plants want to go ahead and grow it back. Garfield is all up that tree. And that nitrogen in that rainwater ain't gonna do nothing but help it do it. You know, it's gonna want to grow, and then the nitrogen from the rainwater is gonna promote it to grow too. So it don't hurt to just go ahead. See all this damage I got? See, this gonna be looking about half crazy. But I'm gonna take all this damage out of here. And it's not going to waste, it's going in my fertilizer. So it's not going to waste, y'all. But anyway, I done kept y'all long enough. And I'm just gonna continue to break off all this damage. And until next time, see you guys later.